at the moment in these times, lots of antidepressants, sleeping pills, the Prozacs, the Valiums, the Xanaxes, they came out with really low frequencies, sort of 10, 40, I think was the highest. And these are frequencies based on fear, shame, guilt, these sort of things, really low vibration. And CBD came out with 400, which is really, really high.
That's amazing.
I mean, it makes complete sense because it's a divine plant.
But it's nice to have something in a bit of paper that you can look at. That's incredible. Where was it tested in the UK or?
It was actually a friend of Sasha's, Alejandro, and I'm not really familiar with the work, but I'm fascinated. I've just been introduced to it, and of course everything has a frequency.
Yes.
And this particular...
I am familiar with that, and you know, it's always been accurate actually, what I know. So that's helpful for me because I know the history of that. So therefore, I've got confidence in happily receiving those figures. Oh, that's great news. Good.
I mean, and also just the you know, it's the love. You know, our motto is love is in the earth, and you know, you have the farm, you have a family-run business. It's small scale, but the opportunity is amazing because actually what you do is you receive not only the plant medicine itself, but also the love that goes into it and the making of it and the caring for it. Yes. So we're really happy. And actually one of the reasons that we wanted to jump on was to let everybody know they've been incredibly patient, but now the shipping's all working really well. So everything's being shipped by this new little family firm in Ireland within 2 days of ordering. So that's now working really properly. And then the other thing is that all the different currencies now work. So we've improved.
Was it South Africa, I think, or was one country couldn't order or something?
I think there's problems with South Africa and Australia, but now all the multi-currencies should be working. So if you go to the shop now, everything should be seamless.
And this is the virtual shop.
This is the virtual shop. Yeah. Because we don't sell our oil in the high streets.
No. That's why you approach Connecting Consciousness, because you know it's a bit like the med beds. Actually, I'm not taking us off track here, but it's exactly the same principle, because the med beds are totally pure, and quantum is totally pure, and there are all these huge documents that people have to sign saying they will keep it pure. In other words, you know, you can't be involved in gun running or diamond smuggling. And so it would be a travesty if your lovely little farm in Ireland and you guys then went and contracted with a well-known high street brand that suddenly brought your wonderful 400 scalar points down to about 20. So we know why we were contracted, because we have a high vibrational frequency, and you know, we're delighted to do it because, you know, we also won't be corrupted, and I think that's it. If you have something good, why would you give it to something bad to distribute?
Exactly. Every part of it makes a difference, and you know, so we're trying to also work with all the people in the whole situation, whether it's in the IT area or customer service. They're all really beautiful, conscious people, and they're all doing it from the heart and working long weekends, and it's a really lovely community. But you get to meet everybody when you come.
I love to. Do you notice how good people work very hard and bad people don't seem to work at all? And I don't mean that because of the lockdown. I mean these people at the very top of the food chain who may make a phone call and they make $10 million in one phone call, and then they have the cheek to go home and say, "I've worked really hard today."
Yeah, you know, it's all of this trading on thin air. The ups and downs, and betting something's going to go down and making money really out of nothing. It's really crazy. We've got to bring it all back to the earth.
Yeah, we do.
Put it all back into communities, all local. It's got to be local. And sometimes I do get a little bit low about when I look at what's going on in the world, but then I know that there are all these pockets of light around the world with people like you and lots of other people who have amazing networks of people who genuinely care about humanity, genuinely care about where we're evolving to. And it does give me hope. And for me, it's nature-based. And, I feel really blessed that I'm involved in this, and we must bring Michael on, the farmer, soon. Maybe
I think
I'd love to introduce
the
him to him.
audience
He's such a lovely man.
as long as he's not too shy, I think the audience it would be important, because it's the guy who's running the farm. So
yeah,
they're going to look at the bottles, and they're going to think, if they see him and they hear him speak, they think, oh, right, they can associate that, and it's always important, especially with a spiritual product. I think if you're just buying a cell phone, a mobile phone, it doesn't really matter. But if you're buying something that's going to be good for you like that, then I think it is important. So perhaps you could convince him for next time just to come on and just say a few.
Yeah, I'll get him to come on. He's really lovely, and he's got an amazing sense of humor, and and he's just no ego, just a beautiful man. And
no, that's fine. I mean,
bring him on.
What we would expect.
Yeah.
But I mean, it also hammers home the point that this is a family business that actually wants to invest in the community and education, and
That's right.
and I think that is the way to break up these large conglomerates where corruption is so easy, and return it to the small holding, if you like, the small group where everyone knows everyone and there isn't any room for corruption. And in fact, if you have it good in your hearts, it never gets in there. So what I think you've done here with this product is that you're expressing the future for humanity, actually, Kim.
Beautiful. Well, from my heart, I really believe that. And yeah, it's really well said. We've talked before also about CBD's place in the whole frequency of healing, and the fact that Michael wants to start a healing center there, and that will be available for everybody. The education around not just hemp, but also growing all sorts of other herbs. There are bees, so we have beehives there that are feeding off the hemp flowers, and there's wildflower fields, and also all the farmers who live nearby. There's a really beautiful vibe building, and I think that it's going to become something very, very special. It already is, but I have a sense that something really exciting is being seeded there. But
I think so, and I think that if only we had more information, we'd probably find there are many projects like they're not CBD oil, but other organic or going towards organic projects all around the world.
Yeah.
And it's just, I think, just suddenly become into their fore. So they may have been going a number of years, but this time that we're on is the time for this. All right. So having said that, we don't want anything to do with the corporates, now I have to ask you what special deals you're going to give Connecting Consciousness members.
Well, we did mention last time about subscription, and it turns out that it's not the easiest thing in the world to hook that in, but it's now done. Our wonderful IT guys managed it.
Oh, great.
A little bit of an apology for the delay, but the point is that if you go on from Monday, then it will be working. And what happens when you do get a subscription is you get 25% off. So you get 3 free bottles.
Okay.
But the other really important thing for you guys is that we're giving away 2 full years supply. So a couple of £1,000 worth of free oil. And all you have to do, we've had all these letters, amazing emails.
This is this competition-y type thing.
Yeah, so it's just a simple way of saying thank you. And what we'd like to do is for people to have a picture with the oil. Obviously, you've got to have tried the oil. You can't make it up. And we want to bring your letter or your email to life. And then all we're going to do is we're going to choose the 2 best ones. It can either be video, picture, because again, it's really beautiful to see the people and to feel the people. And we want to build this as a people-based project.
Yes.
And at the end of every month, I'll jump on at the beginning of March and we'll announce the 2 winners. And we're just going to do that every month. We're just going to...
I'm just going to say, because there's always somebody that I will not be taking part in the competition.
Okay. All right. Well,
somebody will say, that's Simon. He's already won it. I'm sure he's done a drawing. Listen, if you saw my drawings, you know that they wouldn't win much. So
we're really interested in kooky things. It doesn't have to be a sort of straight look at this picture of me. Look, and also, by the way, look, all the instructions are on there, and people get worried about if they take too much. Look, I know
have all that. Are you going to have all that?
I love my oil.
Greedy devil.
That's my evening dose. and I'm going to be fine, and I'm going to have a beautiful little meal with some friends. Although obviously we're in lockdown and all of that
Sure. You'll be social distancing it all.
We'll be social distancing, of course.
Yes, you'll be in one room, and I'll be in another.
I love the taste. So look,
well, I mean, listen, if everyone does what you've done, they're going to get through it like nobody's business. They'll be wanting more and more. I mean, I think you've got immune to it.
And for me, it really helps with my occasional bouts of despair.
Well, lots of people with rheumatism actually have been telling me that since they've taken it, and they're only taking 1 or 2 drops, but they noticed after about a week that the rheumatism really eased, and they weren't taking anything else. They can't say it was this drug or that drug, and they said that's the only thing they could put it down to, and they thought, well, just in itself, that was a bonus. You know, particularly on the joints, the knees or the hands, and you know, it's a good investment because it's not, you know, dare I say it, it's not big pharmaceutical. All right, so it's simonparks.org. You go and click onto my website. That takes you through to this wonderful Irish Farm website, and then if you book through that, then you will get that discount.
Absolutely. There's still a discount for your members of 15%. I forgot to mention that, which is available to the general public, you know, because we're only a small little farm.
Sure, yeah.
But I mean, you guys have started this with us and making it all possible, and we intend to grow. And next month, we're going to be doing a special blend, an immuno blend, and we're going to be doing all sorts of other herbal blends, which we're working with this fantastic herbalist, Jane, in England. So it's a beautiful project, and look, I look forward to announcing those winners, and hopefully everything's working perfectly.
I'm really excited, and I think I made the joke before. I remember, I'm old enough to remember the Blue Peter competitions where, you know, whatever his name was, Purvis or whatever his name was, he would have all these pictures behind him, and then you'd look and you think, well, how in the Lord you choose? But they did choose, and I usually agreed with what they've chosen. So I think it's a great way to celebrate the happiness and joy of what this project means, and it's got to be much better than a crisp manufacturer who used to hide £5 notes inside the crisp packet, and it was all about money. This isn't. This is about exchange of energy. They're going to give you their joy, their happiness, and then you're going to share it. But you know, even those people who don't win, I'm sure you'll be grateful for all their pictures and letters, won't you?
Well, absolutely, because that all makes a difference. And look, we're just going to keep trying to refine things and make things as affordable as possible. We want everybody. By the way, later on in the year, we're definitely going to run a competition where people will be able to come and do the harvest with us and hang out at the farm. But we'll get onto that. And
that'll be very popular because by then lockdown will have finished and people can travel freely. So that will be really good.
We're looking forward to that. Listen, it's really good to see you, and so much love to all the members and gratitude from our whole team. It's really touching us all, and we just want this to continue. It's a co-creation, and you know, love is in the earth and it's in our hearts. And
Kim, evil is on the retreat now, and these projects like yours are, as you just said, are pushing the boundaries now. So let's not stop. Let's just keep going, and let's just drive evil off the earth. So lots of love to you and your farmer and all the team. Take care.
Blessings to everyone. Lots of love, Simon. Bye for now.